All right, well, I am out in the Cossack and finding myself in a tier 8 and 9, about 7, 8, 9. There's a Scharnhorst in here. And I have one submarine, one DD, four cruisers, five battleships, and one aircraft carrier on each side. And I see that Sleepy 14 is in the battle on my side. Sleepy and I have dived a lot together over the past few years. He and I were teammates in the For Fun clan. He's the commander until I split off to go do my own thing, but he's a really good guy, and I'm glad he's on my side, not on the other side. Okay, well, I have spawned close to the Delta Cap, and when I'm on this side, I like to go around the back side. I can use the islands on the other end of the cap to kind of help hide me and protect me from direct assault by cruiser and battleships might be coming down. I was just telling Sleepy that my previous battle, we lost even though we killed all of the ships on the enemy team because our Massachusetts was able to kill the enemy Massachusetts just after the time ran out. I think they Wargaming has set it up so that the game doesn't actually end when the game ends. It's a weird thing. I kind of wish it had just ended because I didn't want to know that we had finished the game with one player left and they had 0 and they still won. Anyway, here we go. I am seeing some action. So I see the Kearsarge up there. Kearsarge is a wannabe carrier. Actually, it's a battleship that carries planes that can be pretty effective. And now there is the Sashio. Alright, so the Sashio has torps, but they can't hit me. The Sashio's torps are deep water torps, so they can only hit cruisers, battleships, and carriers. And I'm trying to hit him hard with my guns without letting his accompanying cruiser get there. He's kind of stuck up against the rocks. So I'm going to use my torps on him if I have to, if my guns can't do the job. Try to minimize how much damage I'm taking here. Looks like he dodged my torps, but I got him anyway.
That's how it's done.
Okay. Now, there was that Azuma up there too. I saw that Azuma. And that was giving me some concerns, but I kept that island in between them and me. So it was just one-on-one with the DD. I might have taken a little bit of damage from the attack craft, but I'm not even sure they actually got hold of me. Now, let's get on into Delta. Send some torps out, see if maybe he'll push around looking for me. Then while I'm up here, I will get some torps out there toward... Oh, now who's got radar on me?
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Teammate, I need your support.
Oh, crud. Look what's up here. I've got Pomeran. I've got a Navarin. I've got Bolognese. I've got Alaska. Oh, crud. This is kind of a lousy situation to be in. How come we never saw them?
Teammate, I need your support.
Wonder what our CV was doing,
Alle
because
Stationen, brauche Feuerunterstützung.
there was no indication these guys were up here.
Gut gemacht, Captain.
Although I probably did have some indication in my RPF, but okay, well, okay, I've got hydro on me, the radar's down, I've got hydro on me. I'm going to have to push up here and try to get right up next to this rock. Because if I can't, then they're just going to get around in front of me and eat me up. Okay, I'm sure there's somebody else that's going to be shooting at me here in a bit. Okay, mine's shooting at somebody else. We just lost our Alaska. Okay, I'm in a pretty good spot here. Alright, that hydro's out of my area, and I didn't penetrate anything on that Alaska. They have a very tough skin. Alright, well, that was actually not the Alaska I shot at then, was it? Not sure who that was.
Attention. Reporting the target position.
Okay, let's see if we can get a torp or two into Alaska. Now Alaska does have tough skin, but I was shooting at somebody just a little further up. Dang it, he's got radar again, awfully quick. Oh, I'm going to catch him with 1, 2, and 3. Oh, if all 4 of them had hit, I would have finished the job. Okay, well, he's got his radar up, or somebody does. Okay, it should be running out here in a bit. They get about 45 seconds worth. Jockeying back and forth. Oh, now who's shooting at me? Dang. They can't see me, but probably be torps coming at me too, if that's at Azuma. It is Azuma and Kearsarge. Well, they're not coming in with me. Okay, now it would not hurt a bit for me to use my hydro. Oh darn. Okay. Now who's got me? Because Pomeran gets hydro. Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah. Difficult spot. Oh, I bumped the wrong button and I'm throwing depth charges. Oh, I'm out. That was Pomeran. Dang. There he is. Well, I definitely got caught by surprise going in there, and there was no indication anybody was in Delta Cap. I thought I had it free and easy. I still don't know what our... Well, I see our CV coming over this way with his torpedo bombers now, so he just didn't spot anything out this direction at all. Alright, Sleepy got the Sturdy, so there's one of the subs down. And looks like Let's see. Let's find him. Okay, there he is. Okay, let's kind of peek over his shoulder and see what he's up to here. Ooh, okay. Their Pommern got our Jean Bart, but then our Musashi got the Pommern. And that's the Pommern that got me. So he's down. Okay, so we are slightly ahead. They have 6 ships left. We have 7. We have a lead in points, but nothing is given right now. They have 2 caps. We only have 1.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Sleepy would like the team to take out that Azuma. I agree. And it looks like the Azuma is hunting down our CV. Uh-oh. And our Rune is caught out into the open. He was trying to send torps at the Alaska, but he only gets 6k torps. And Alaska looks like he pulled up short. Okay, so Musashi, Megami. Like they're facing off against Mainz, and I'm not sure who else is on that other side. Marcus Quintilius. I believe I've seen him in battle before. Alright, so we've got Sleepy doing his best to hold those guys off from our carrier. But Sleepy's all by himself over here, except...
Attention, reporting the target position.
He's got another battleship back behind him. Scharnhorst coming up behind. Now Massachusetts is... Oh, they're with Lexington. Massachusetts is a good battleship. I use mine quite a bit. Sleepy and I trade off sometimes with when we're doing the Tier 8 clan battles where we use our Massachusetts, and they're a famous ship. For one thing, they're a real ship, one that you can actually
Alle Stationen, melde Position eines strategischen Ziels.
go visit when you go to the Boston area. But she has a real good heel, a strong heel that she gets back fairly quickly. And that helps keep her in the fight for a lot longer. She has excellent secondaries, especially for her tier. On the downside, she does not get great depth charge. Then when you're dealing with submarines, having depth charge airstrikes is a real bonus, but she only gets 5k depth charge airstrikes, so by the time she's able to use them, she is in trouble. Well, speaking of in trouble, the Mainz was able to get the Musashi, but the Musashi finished off the Navarin. The Navarin is one of the new
Achtung, melde
battleships.
Zielposition.
I don't know anything about them, but her captain says that he needs to give his helmsman a raise.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
He must have done some good dodging. Oh, and now Megami's down. Dang, that Mainz is really having a good battle there. I have used my mites quite a bit lately, and I ran into Megamis a few times that they give you a lot of trouble because mites is a lower caliber but fast shooting, fire starting type of a
All
cruiser.
stations requesting fire on the designated target.
The Megami is a pretty strong cruiser, and she's particularly difficult. Oh, well, we lost ours. Okay, we've got Scharnhorst up against Kearsarge. And Scharnhorst, I don't know if those torps are even worth trying, but you're putting yourself in a bad situation up against Kearsarge. Kearsarge has really good guns. They're the same guns that North Carolina gets. Yeah, she dodged your torps real easy. I'd rather you were just shooting. Okay, well, Scharnhorst is down. Sleepy's working on that Kearsarge now, and this might do it. Good. Because in tight like that, Massachusetts guns are just top notch. They have a little problem with dispersion at range, but up close, they do an excellent job. Okay, now Sleepy's got CV bringing in his torpedo bombers. He's got the Mite shooting all kinds of HE at him, and then the Alaska. And the Alaska has slower firing rate, but bigger shells, and they do heavy damage when they hit. Alright, Sleepy's just going to do his best to try to angle away from those torpedoes so that they don't get free shots at the sides. Might have just dodged a whole pile of those. Fortunately, the CV driver didn't know enough to come in and force Sleepy to turn sideways to that Alaska. Oh, good. Okay, Mainz is down. Now Sleepy can focus more on the Alaska. In the meantime, our submarine is very slowly moving toward Charlie Cap. He's the U-190, a Tier 8 submarine. Seems like they move along a lot faster when they're trying to chase me down. Alright, I told our team we have the lead if our sub can get in and cap. That'll give us the insurance, but if we lose Sleepy, that's going to make it a lot closer than I want it to be. Sleepy's telling the sub, just cap and stay dark. Don't go pinging. Don't give yourself away. Boy, even though Sleepy was angled, still that Alaska did some damage, and the bombers didn't help things at all. Oh, dang. Yeah. I'd love to have my hands on an Alaska. Only way to get one now is out of the Black Friday containers. Way back when she was available, out of the dockyard. I didn't know enough to go after her, but she's a good ship. Anyway, we only have 20 seconds left. Our sub took the cap. We are going to win. All right. That was a good win. Sleepy carried the team. Thank goodness. All right. Wow, what a finish. Okay, let's look at those stats. Well, I ended up with 53,645 in damage, 3 torpedo hits, 1 cause flooding. Those were all on that Alaska. Destroyed that DD. That's my only kill in the game, but it helped. 39 target hits, 36 of them actually did damage. Sleepy had top of the leaderboard with 4 kills, just short of a Kraken. 2,359 base XP. That is a good game. I was considerably lower down in 5th place. But still, first blood with an Asasio out of the game. I'm not whining. Just like to have been able to finish the game. Alright. Oh. I was going to go back and comp the Jean Bart. I already comped Sleepy. And Masashi held on and did real well too. Okay, now we'll move on. Yeah, I comped Sleepy right away at the end of the game. Okay, so I did over 37,000 damage on that Alaska, and he still held out till the end of the game. Made it really tough. Okay, well, I fired a total of 64 shells. 39 of them hit something, so running around 2/3. That's actually pretty good. I tanked 781, almost 782,000 in potential damage. That's pretty crazy in a DD. And pulled in 335, almost 336,000 in credits. 1,100 in free XP and over 8,000, almost 8,400 in Elite Commander XP to help out my other captains, which is good because I just popped a whole bunch of my Commander XP to bump Cap up to a full 21 points. So this is that crazy Commander Cap. He's just the silliest guy. I have him on the St. Vincent as my tech tree ship, but I like to use him on all my British ships. He's fun. You know, any of my premiums, I'll put him on there and just run around with him. You can't understand the thing he's saying, but you get the idea. So with Cossack, I am running preventative maintenance, and it keeps me clanking along when my engines get knocked out. I was playing around back and forth between having incoming fire alert or using the consumable specialist, and I decided to go with the consumable specialist while I could still redistribute my captain skills for free. Another day or two left on that, I believe. And I decided to go with this one because it gets my smoke and hydro back more quickly, so I don't have to wait quite as long, and that helps. So I went with that. The incoming fire alert, well, you know, I try to be really aware of where the shots are coming from, and the reality is that if the battleships are shooting at me from that far away, either I already know where they are or I'm going to have time to dodge them. If it's a cruiser or DD, I'm generally facing them already. So I decided to go with something that would give me my consumables more quickly. And then I have Last Stand. That's the one that when I lose my engines or my steering, then it keeps me going. I think I confused that with preventative maintenance that's supposed to help prevent those from being damaged. But the Last Stand is the one that keeps me clanking along as after I've been whacked hard. And when I do get whacked hard, then I have Adrenaline Rush, and that gives me the little faster reload on my torpedoes and my main guns especially. And then I run Superintendent, so that gives me an extra shot of hydro, an extra smoke, and an extra engine boost. And then Survivability Expert gives me extra HP, so for a tier 8, then I'm running 2,800 extra HP that I'm getting. So for Cossack, that's quite a bit because that gets me up to 18,000, which is a considerable difference. And then I run radio locate to help me find where the closest ship is. A lot of times that's a destroyer that I'm hunting down or a cruiser that's hunting me. And then I have concealment expert, and that gets my detect down to a low 5.5. So I out detect pretty much all the American destroyers that I face, and I think just about anything except maybe a Kagero, I think, is a little lower at 5.4, I believe. So I believe I actually slightly outspot a Shimakaze. Now, Cossack is a premium ship. I bought her, I think last spring with some extra dubs that I had socked away after playing in ranked battles and using some discounts and things like that. And that finally got a ship that I've really enjoyed playing with her a little bit. So I run main armaments mod 1, and that helps keep my guns and torpedo tubes from getting knocked out. I put some coal into increasing her hydroacoustic search so that it lasts 20% longer. That's nice to have. Aiming Systems Mod 1 gives me tighter groupings on my main battery shells. And then Steering Gears Mod 1 allows me to zip around and turn more quickly. And then finally the Concealment System Mod 1 along with the Captain skill helps get my concealment down to that 5.5 kilometers. So here is Cossack in port, and I play around with my ports every week or so. So this one is the one called the Dragon port for the reason that there's a big dragon in the port, I suppose. But I believe it is supposed to be in some area of ancient China. It's pretty cool port, but anyway. So the Cossack, she has 2 turrets back aft, 2 turrets up forward, each with 2 barrels that shoot at a rate of 5 shots per second. So, and they do decent damage. I feel like I can compete with just about anybody at my tier except maybe the French destroyers. I've done battle with Kidd, and I've done well against Kidd. I have been in Kidd up against Cossack, and I've done poorly. So it just seems like Cossack was a good one to go with. Main difficulty Cossack has is that she doesn't have very good AA. And then, of course, there's no heal. But then I trade that out by having that Hydro. And so I just try to stay out of trouble as best as I can. And then being a British DD, she has those what we call single fire torps that I can send out one at a time, aim them in different directions, and then I get a reload on my torps in 66 seconds, so a little over a minute. Compared to Kidd that has to, 4 torps every 2 minutes, I get 4 torps every minute and 6 seconds. And my torps have a full 10k range on them. I can place them exactly where I want them. With Kidd, I have to put up with a spread, and I don't get them for 2 minutes, and they have only 9.2 kilometer range. So each of the 2 ships, I really love Kidd, and I play her a lot, but Cossack is really starting to grow on me. So there she is, and I am happy to have had a chance to work with Sleepy again. It was a really good battle. He carried us, and it would have been, well, I wouldn't have made this video if we'd lost, to be honest, because it would have been such a downer. All right, well, let's call that one.